Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. So firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we're on today, but also to acknowledge the Bindal, the Wulguru Kaba, and the Mumbra people whose beautiful country I live and work on and will be featured in my presentation today. And also to pay my respects to elders past and present. So I'm here today to talk to you about a collaboratively designed marine science education and outreach program that strives to engage First Nations youth, and it's affectionately known as the ATSIMS program, which stands for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Marine Science Program. This program works with First Nations Year 10 students from the broader Townsville region, and we focus on Year 10 students because they have yet to make their critical selections for their senior subjects in Years 11 and 12. And so one of our major goals in the program is that we hope by sharing opportunities for careers and training and study in the marine science and marine management space, that we might encourage and inspire those students to continue selecting STEM subjects in sciences and maths in their senior years. That would also enable them to enroll in further training and study options leading to careers in the marine industry. A secondary goal is not only to connect our students, but also their teachers with local industry experts and research and training facilities and organizations. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to connect with so many local area teachers, and I think we all can acknowledge that it's really our teachers who are the magic makers when it comes to engaging with our students both in and out of the classroom and providing that encouragement for students to go for new opportunities. So taking the opportunity ourselves to use the program as an informal professional development for our teaching staff to connect them with local industry is also a really worthwhile objective for us. And lastly, that we are working towards striving on creating this pipeline of skills-ready, confident young people who want to be involved in caring for country work. And I think this last point is a fairly lofty goal and worth its own slide. One of the most important aspects, I think, towards the generation of confident young people is to connect them with mentors and role models that they can see themselves in. And we do that throughout the program in a number of ways. Firstly, by making sure that they get to know First Nations employees at all the organizations that we work with, for example, the Australian Institute of Marine Science. And also by connecting them with student ambassadors in the program who are current or recent graduates from JCU, undertaking degrees in sciences, marine science, and education, and are deeply passionate about connecting and mentoring young students. Likewise with other young adult trainees who maybe haven't gone the tertiary pathway but are still in their early phases of training leading into fruitful professional endeavors. It's also really critical that we get our students out of the classroom and on country. And I believe so passionately about the value and impact of experiential education and being hands-on with our students and young people. And lastly, important to link our students that are interested and engaged with further opportunities. And this is something that I'll continue talking about a little later. Oh dear. So how we do this is we run a 6-week approximate program in the second term of the school year where we have about 5 events that occur on a weekly basis. And we gather our students together for commencement at JCU's Bebiga Yumba campus in Townsville, where they get to know one another and they get to engage with the reef education team from the Reef Authority. They start to learn about marine critters that are dangerous and deadly. They start to learn about Great Barrier Reef zoning, including traditional use of marine resource agreements and TUMRA. And they start to get some foundation training for programs like Eye on the Reef, Citizen Science, which they'll carry out on their visit to Orpheus Island. We also spend a day on country with local Indigenous land and sea ranger groups. So for example, our students in the sort of north of Townsville to Ingham and Abergawi will connect with the Girrigan Land and Sea Rangers by going and visiting them on their country in Cardwell and learning about their many and varied roles within their big team, and then getting to hear a little bit about their personal journeys along the way into those roles, which is a really important aspect for our students to participate in. A highlight of the program is taking them on country to Orpheus Island or Golbori for 3 nights, where we visit JCU's research station. Here we focus on connection. The students connect with one another from different schools. They have the opportunity to connect with traditional owners who come to engage with the students, and they can connect with the reef through citizen science activities. We also take them to visit the Australian Institute of Marine Science, where we're ushered and welcomed in by the Indigenous Partnerships team, who take the students around to understand the many and varied roles of all of the people working in this organization to contribute to our nation's leading tropical marine research. And lastly, we gather them together again on JCU's campus for a bit of fun in our teaching and research laboratory space with some hands-on activities, and to celebrate and award our students and their achievements in the program. I cannot continue talking about the program without emphasizing the strength and value of our industry partnerships, who absolutely make the program what it is. Many of the partners who are here in logo and or listed by name have been with the program since its inception, and in fact were the calling impetus for the creation of the program, responding to calls from the community that they wanted something like this for their young people. So many of our partners provide their time and financial support, but more often both. And we had an estimated more than 700 hours of in-kind support from our partners in the 2023 program. So it is a tremendous undertaking, not only by ourselves at JCU, but by our partners who volunteer their paid salary time to engaging with our students and young people and helping us usher in a new cohort of students each year. So the program has been running for a number of years. We're just about to kick off with our 11th year of the program, and so we can talk about some of its successes and some of our aspirations for where we still want to go with the program. We've had over 430 graduates from the program. We've had 16 schools up until this year participating in the program, and we've worked with more than 10 traditional owners and their groups and representatives throughout it. We have collected many testimonials from past participants, which I've shared some here with you. And if you're interested in learning more about them, we have an alumni feature in each one of our quarterly newsletters, which you can access on our website. In the past year, in 2023, we had a major year of scaling the program, where we had over 85 program graduates, which was almost double the amount that we had had previously in previous years of the program. And we, for the first time, had 13 participating local schools participating simultaneously. Before that, we were only able to cater to 6 schools that participated on a biannual basis. So this was a really major undertaking for us last year. And really importantly, we entered a new phase of the program where we awarded students with opportunities for further engagement, which is a really important expansion of our program to extend the pipeline in which we engage with students. You can see that our students clearly feel that the program gave them great satisfaction in participating, and they highly recommend it to their peers. They also reported that they were able to create a lot of new friendships throughout the program and improved in their leadership and teamwork skills, which I think we all agree are really important soft skills when it comes to that confidence building and boosting of young people. Our students participated in a number of awesome citizen science projects. They surveyed over more than 350 coral colonies for Coral Watch. They removed more than 250 kilos of marine debris for the Tangaroa Blue Australian Marine Debris Initiative. And for the first time, we conducted rapid long plot surveys for Mangrove Watch at Orpheus Island. Looking forward to 2024, we're about to kick the program off next month. We have a whopping 21 schools participating in the program this year. This was the first time that we have extended invitations to the program to every secondary school in the broader Townsville region. That includes down from Bowen and Home Hill and Burdekin, Townsville, through to Ingham and Abergawi. We had over 89 student and 35 teaching staff apply to the program. So we continue to scale and we continue to receive a wonderful outpouring of interest in the program, which keeps us going. So I mentioned about awarding our students with further opportunities, and this is a really kind of exciting, inspiring area for us to be moving into in the ATSIMS program, because like I said, it helps us expand beyond our previous engagement with students, where we get to see them for a short period of time in year 10, but then we really don't get to see what happens with them in their years 11 and 12 until we can start to engage with them as adults again. It's tricky working with minors in that way. But by awarding students with opportunities for work experience or mentorship or other skills training that take place alongside their schools in years 11 and 12, we can extend our pipeline and can also help further develop their pre-professional network development and building. So we can see here a couple of our students who just recently completed their open water dive certification as part of a mentorship with Reef Ecologic. And also participating in the Reef Masterclass workshop back on Orpheus Island. We have 2 students who are going to be participating in a work experience later this year with the Australian Institute of Marine Science, and so we're really excited to see how these opportunities carry out. And this brings me into sort of the next phase of where we're hoping to take the ATSIMS program. We're really fortunate to be successful in seeking some funding from a great collaboration with WWF Australia and the VFFF, the Vincent Fairfax Family Foundation, to expand our program with a bit of a spin-off, which we're calling Beyond ATSIMS. And the Beyond ATSIMS is going to help us build on that opportunity to provide training and opportunities for our students through internship, work experience, and network development for students in years 11 and 12, and also young adults. In particular, we're going to start to see an expansion of our own ambassador program within the ATSIMS program by directly employing our ambassadors to help us deliver the program and providing them with opportunities for further engagement with our industry partners as well. So a major motivation in being here today was to discuss the opportunities for us to scale, whether that means that we maybe connect with new school systems or partners who are a little further north afield of Townsville, or maybe you're sitting in the audience as a member of an organization that thinks you might have some cool opportunities that you could see some young people coming through your doors and through your ranks, and like to be able to discuss how we might have some touch points. I am really keen and eager to discuss these ideas with you guys as we continue to think about ways that we can scale not only our program, but leveraging our partnerships and resources that we have access to help support other endeavors on a similar grain that are happening in our region. So with that in mind, please reach out. There's our email alias as well as our website. You can access past issues of our newsletter if you'd like to learn a little bit more about us. You can find us on social media. And I'd also like to give a special shout out to the other staff member at JCU who works alongside me in this project, our project officer, Smit, who is viewing from the Townsville viewing party. And yes, just to thank you all.
Thank you, Alison. We've probably got time for one question. No.
Maybe not.
I'm sure there'll be lots of side chats coming your way, Alison. Thank you so much for sharing about